Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you are safe at home. My dear students, this is the second video of our first chapter, crop production and management. In the previous video, we studied about the kharif crop and rabi crop, and today we are going to start the second portion of the chapter, that is basic practices of crop production. So before going to start these basic practices of crop production, the Bujo have one question, that why can paddy not be grown in the winter season? Okay, I am repeating the question, why can paddy not be grown in the winter season? So what do you think, what is the answer? See, the paddy means what? Rice. Rice need more and more water for the cultivation and for its proper growth. So that's why in winter season the rainfall is not sufficient, or it is not available as like monsoon season. That's why paddy crops cannot be grown in the winter season. This is the reason, as we have studied that there are seasonal crops which grown in different seasons. Okay, so that's why this is the one reason that paddy not be grown in the winter season. Now the same answer Paheli is giving, which I explained you now. Paddy requires a lot of water, therefore it is grown only in the rainy season. Now you have got the answer. Sometime this question may be also asked for the paper, that why can paddy not be grown in the winter season, for the small means a very short question. So this is the answer of that question. So now here you clear that how the Bujo and Paheli helps you for finding the answers, and and how they helps you in your studies. So in this way there is communication between Paheli and Bujo in each chapter. Okay, now here we will move to the next paragraph. Cultivation of crops involves several activities undertaken by farmers over a period of time. You may find that these activities are similar to those carried out by the gardener or even by you when you grow ornamental plants in your house. Now see, cultivation of crops involves several activities undertaken by the farmers over a period of time. It means what? The process of cultivating crops, it is not a simple or single method. There are many methods involved. As you know, the gardeners which are working in the garden, or when you sow some seeds, so what are the steps you will take for the proper growth and nourishment of the plants? It is a continuous process. Okay, so one by one there are some steps which are applicable for the proper cultivation of the crops. Okay, that's why here gardener example given. So here again given that you may find that these activities are similar to those carried out by the gardener or even by you when you grow the ornamental plants in your house. Now here ornamental means what? जो शोकेस वाले जो पौधे रहते हैं ना, that one. Okay, so when you grow this ornamental plants in your house, so which way you are taking care of the plants? So these all the methods are involved in the cultivation of crops. Okay, that we will see further one by one. There are several steps, so which are depending on one by one. Okay, so these activities or tasks are referred to as agriculture practices. Okay, once again see here, these activities means the activities which are applicable during the cultivation of crops, or the task means these are the things, activities which we have to do during the cultivation of crops. These are all together called the agricultural practices. And as I told you, agriculture practices, it is not a single step or the method. There are many steps involved. So these agriculture practices activities are listed below. See, here are 7 steps given, and these are very important. These all the 7 steps are depending on one above the other. Okay, and there is a proper sequence before cultivating any crop. These 7 steps are very essential. See, first one what? Preparation of soil, then sowing, then adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation. Fifth one, protecting from weeds, harvesting and storage. I will tell you in short. preparation of soil means before sowing the seeds or before cultivating any crop, we have to make the soil ready for the cultivations. That comes in preparation of soil. Then sowing means what? The seeds which we will use or which we will apply for the cultivation. That comes in sowing. Then adding manure and fertilizers means to get proper nourishment by the plants, it is very necessary to add organic fertilizers or manure to make the soil rich in nutrients. This comes in third step. Then irrigation means the water supply. Then protecting from weeds. As the crop starts growing, so unwanted, undesirable plants will crowd nearby the crops, so that should be removed. Otherwise what will happen? They will take the nutrients from the soil and they fight with the crops. Okay, and that's why we have to remove it. So that comes in the fifth number, protecting from weeds. Then sixth one, harvesting. Once the crop is ready, so it is necessary to harvest it. And the last one is what? After harvesting, last stage is what? Storage. So proper storage of the crops, that is also very important. So these are 7 steps involved in the agriculture practices. Sometimes question may be asked, write the activities or the steps involved in agriculture practices. So you have to mention all these names, and listen, all these names should be in proper sequence. Suppose you will write their harvesting earlier, then preparation of soil afterwards, that will be not the proper answer. Okay, so all the steps are one by one you have to write, and all the steps should be in the proper sequence. Okay, here up to here you understood. Now here we will move to the first step. Now we are going to study all these steps in detail. So preparation of soil, short paragraph may be asked for this, that write the short note on preparation of soil. As you will see, it is given in the exercise. Okay, so preparation of soil means what? See, the preparation of soil is the first step before growing crop. Before cultivating any crop, this is the first step. Okay, one of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. As you know, the soil is hard. So before cultivating the crop or before sowing the seeds, it is very necessary to make the soil loose. And with the help of plow or some tools, it is necessary to turn this soil and lose it. Okay, this allows the roots to penetrate deep into the soil. See, this line gives the importance why the preparation means why the soil should be loose. Okay, before cultivating the seeds. So this allows the roots to penetrate deep into the soil means what? The roots will grow properly and will get the nutrients from the soil from deep side. Okay, then the loose soil allows the roots to breathe easily even when they go deep into the soil. If the soil will not be loose, so what will happen? The moisture, the nutrients and the airs will not be available to the plant for the proper growth and nourishment. That's why it is very necessary that the soil becomes loose. Even when they go deep into the soil, then also the soil allows roots to breathe easily. Then why does the loosening of soil allow the roots to breathe easily? So the answer is this only. If the soil is loose, so what will happen? The roots are able to penetrate deep into the ground and takes nutrients, gets water in proper quantity, and which will be helpful for the proper growth of plant. Then the loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes present in the soil. This is another reason. If the soil is loose, so what will happen? Some microorganisms and some worms like earthworm, redworms, they gets proper place or the suitable place for their living. Okay, and you know the redworms, earthworms are the friend of the farmer, as you studied from the previous classes. And some microorganisms are also very important. Okay, there are 2 types of microorganisms, some harmful but some are useful also. So the loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworm and microbes present in the soil. These organisms are the friends of the farmer since they further turn and loosen the soil and adds humus to it. Means they makes the soil rich in humus. Okay, but why does the soil need to be turned and loosened? Again question comes here. So the answer we will get in this paragraph. You have learned in the previous classes that soil contains minerals, water, air and some living organisms. Correct? Soil is a rich, soil is a storehouse of many minerals. You know that the soil contains minerals, water, air and some living organisms. In addition, dead plants and animals get decomposed by soil organism. Some microorganisms are also helpful to convert the dead and decaying plant parts, leaves, etc. into the humus. Okay, and that humus is called the organic fertilizer, which is useful for the plant. Okay, and which makes the soil rich in nutrient. So these things, the minerals, water, air and some living organisms are which are present in the soil that are helpful for the plant's growth. Okay, and in this way various nutrients held in the dead organisms are released back to the soil. These nutrients are again absorbed by the plant. This is the way in which the dead and decaying matter with the help of microorganism, the reactions, it converts into the organic fertilizers and which makes the soil rich in nutrients, and these nutrients will be again absorbed by the plant with the help of water. Okay, then since only a few centimeters of the top layer of soil supports the plant growth, turning and loosening of soil brings the nutrient rich soil to the top so that the plants can use these nutrients. Okay, now you understood why the loosening of soil is very important. Now see, thus turning and loosening of the soil is very important for the cultivation of crop. Now the process of loosening and turning of the soil is called tilling or plowing, because it will be done with the help of plow. Okay, and what is the definition? Sometime define the tilling or the plowing process will be asked, so you have to underline it. The process of loosening and turning of the soil, this process is called tilling or plowing. Have you underlined it? Okay, so this tilling or plowing, this is done by using a plow. Plow means what? नांगर और हल जिसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में. Plow is made of wood or iron. In old periods, we have seen some pictures of the that plow which were made of wood, but nowadays many means due to advanced or developed technology, it is made of iron also. If the soil is very dry, it may need watering before plowing. Means suppose in monsoon season we have to cultivate the crops. So before that, which season comes? Summer, correct? In summer season, because of the more heat and the sunlight, the soil becomes dry. Okay, so before tilling or plowing, there is necessary to water the soil. Understood? So it may need watering before plowing, so that the plowing process will be very suitable and easily it can be done. So the plowed field may have big pieces of soil or crumbs. Crumbs means what? The big pieces of soil. Correct? And it is necessary to break these crumbs with the help of plank. Plank means what? It is a flat one kind of wooden piece or made of iron also, which is helpful for breaking the crumbs, means the big pieces of soil. The field is leveled for sowing as well as for irrigation purposes. The leveling of the soil is done with the help of a leveler. Okay, the soil should be leveled properly and the leveler is used for leveling the soil. Sometimes manure is added to soil before tilling. Why manure is added to the soil before tilling? To make the soil rich in nutrients. Because before cultivating the crop, suppose in one season, the after harvesting the the minerals which will be consumed by the earlier crops, that will be fulfilled once we once we will add manure again to the soil. So it will recycle the soil, okay, and makes the soil rich in nutrients that will be beneficial for the next crop cultivation. And that's why manure is added to the soil before tilling. This helps in proper mixing of manure with the soil. Means before tilling, suppose we use the manure, so what will happen? With the help of soil, manure will be mixed properly, okay, and that will be helpful for the crop. The soil is watered before sowing. So here we have finished the first step of agriculture practices, that is what? Preparation of soil. In our exercise, the short note of the preparation of soil is given, so we can sort out some important sentences, or we can make the summary of this paragraph as the answer, okay. Now we will move to the next paragraph, that is agricultural implements. Before sowing the seeds, it is necessary to break the soil to the size of grains to get better yield. Better yield means what? Better production. This is done with the help of various tools. The main tools used for this purpose are plow, hoe and cultivator. Okay, these are the tools which are used in the agriculture field in the preparation of soil, first step. Okay, so the main tools used for the this purpose are the plow, hoe and cultivator. Here the picture of the plow is given. You can see the farmer is riding the two bullocks with the help of plow, and here one modified diagram is given. This is the plow. See, this is the handle. It is made of iron as well, otherwise with the help of wood, and this is called the plow shaft, and this is called plowshare. You can see here this is made of iron, okay, and it is sharp and pointed also. With the help of this tip we can till the soil, okay, we can plow the soil. We will see about it now. See, plow. This is being used since ancient time for tilling the soil, adding fertilizer to the crop, removing the weeds, scraping of soil, etc. मीन्स पहले पुराने ज़माने से ये नांगर और जो हल जो बोलते हैं ये यूज़ किए जाते थे, ओके. एंड व्हाट इज़ द यूज़ ऑफ दिस? दिस इज़ बीइंग यूज सिंस एंशिएंट टाइम फॉर टिलिंग द सॉइल को लूज करने के लिए, एडिंग फर्टिलाइजर्स टू द क्रॉप सो दैट द फर्टिलाइजर्स and other things will be mixed properly. Then remove the weeds means unwanted plants which are nearby the crops, जिसको तण बोलते हैं मराठी में, मीन्स जो ज़रूरी नहीं होते हैं क्रॉप्स के अलावा जो दूसरे बिना काम के जो प्लांट बढ़ते हैं, that are the weeds. Then scrapping of soil, as you studied that after tilling there will be the big pieces of the or big masses of the soil that will be it is necessary to break it, so that is what scrapping of soil, उसको टुकड़ों में मतलब plain करना. Then this implement is made of wood and is drawn by the pair of bulls or other animals like horses, camels, etc. And it contains a strong triangular iron strip which is called plowshare. I have shown you here. See, this is the plowshare. This is the triangular in shape. You have seen here also. Okay, this one plowshare. Okay, now see, it contains a strong triangular iron strip which is called plowshare. The main part of the plow is a long log of wood which is called the plow shaft. Plow shaft also I have shown you. This is the plow shaft which is made of wood, otherwise with the help of iron. And there is a handle at one end of the shaft The other end is attached to a beam which is placed on the bull's neck. Okay, and one pair of the bull and a man can easily operate the plow, as you have seen here, the farmer with the bullocks. Okay, so this is what general construction, that how the plow is made. Okay, so it is not so important, but you should know that how the flow is made up of all these things and how it works. Okay, the indigenous wooden plow is increasingly being replaced by iron plows nowadays. Means, as you know, nowadays technologies develop, so new machineries or the tools are developed for the in the agricultural field. Okay, so indigenous means what? जो देसी नांगर जो बोलते हैं, जो पुराने ज़माने का था, that will be removed, that will be replaced nowadays, and its place is taken by the iron plows nowadays. Okay, now the another tool that is called hoe. It is simple tool which is used for removing weeds and for loosening the soil. It has a long rod of wood or iron. A strong, broad and bent plate of iron is fixed to one of its end and works like a blade. It is pulled by the animal. Here the diagram is given. See, this is the bent plate. With the help of this bent plate, unwanted, undesirable plants, which are called weeds, that will be removed. Here is grip, handle, this is the beam, this is the rod. Here, with the help of this beam, the bullocks or other animals can take this forward. Okay, then cultivator. Nowadays, plowing is done by a tractor driven cultivator. The use of cultivator saves labor and time, because much more we can save our energy and much more work can be done within few hours. So that's why cultivators are used nowadays. Now here we have finished the first step of agricultural practices. Okay, so second step is sowing, that I will show you in the next video. Okay, till that time, bye and have a nice day.